Hello, everybody, and welcome to 100% Chelsea. I'm sorry that we haven't been here for a while, and I'm also very sorry we've had technical difficulties and we've been faffing about trying to fix you, but we're here now. And we are going to preview the game of PSG versus Chelsea, and I am joined by Mr. Max Perry. How are you doing, mate?
I am wonderful, but before we start off with PSG, would you mind if I bring up a topic that has been all over my Facebook newsfeed today? Is that okay?
My haircut again, but yeah, go on.
No, we're not on about your haircut, however bad it is. We're actually talking about Diego Simeone is allegedly in talks with Chelsea, which is good. Something like 9 point some sort of number. Basically, the best part of 10 mil a year, not including bonuses if he wins anything. But yeah, that's pretty good news. I thought you'd rub up on that. In the comments, let us know what you think of Diego Simeone. Is he the top guy you wanted for the job? Because for me,
yes,
I mean, Guardiola was a good shout. But I mean, someone like Simeone, what a character. For me, he was the top shout for who I wanted. But,
he's basically Mourinho 2.0.
That's it. Exactly.
It's literally, you just want a character. I think everyone was talking about Pellegrini, but I don't know, because I just think he's him and Wenger, like, they're good managers, but they're almost quite monotone. So it's almost like he's disappeared. Okay, I'll carry on talking anyway. But they're quite monotone. And we're joined by Oran as well. Oh, hello, Oran.
Hey, I finally got it working.
You got it working? Nice. But yeah, anyway, I think that Simeone he's a good shout because of how much of a character he is. I mean, you look at previous great managers, you look at Brian Clough, Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, Ferguson. They're all characters. They all had a sense of character, and I just think that's why Simeone would fit perfectly at Chelsea, because you have someone who's very passionate. And I remember watching him when we lost 3-1 to Atletico Madrid, and just even when they were 3-1 up, he was just still being so animated. Like, just the way he held himself, was like even though they were clearly going to win, he was on the touchline. He was just what you want. What do you think about Simeone then, mate? Oran?
So are we on about Simeone as a manager?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to happen now. It looks like there's been a reported deal, and I heard he's rejected a deal. I think he'd be a good signing, because I think it would get the likes of. There's rumours that Costa has wanted to leave, and it could get Costa to stay. And also maybe it'll help us, secure Griezmann, and maybe a few other players that Atletico are bringing in from their youth system. And as you were saying, Simeone is a really passionate manager, and I think he could get the best out of our players because of the passion he has for the game. Would he be able to bring the same passion to Chelsea does Atletico? I hope so, but I'm not sure, because he's played for Atletico Madrid. He knows the club inside and out. So it really depends. It's kind of like you're at a West Ham game, and you go sit in the West Ham end and they're playing Norwich. You wouldn't have the same passion for West Ham as everyone else around you.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I know we'll see what happens. I think he's the perfect fit. I've wanted him since Mourinho. When people ask me who do you want to come in instead of Mourinho, I said Diego Simeone, just mainly for his passion and his fire. Because I consider myself quite a fiery person as well when I want to be. And
do you really, Louis? Do you really? I think you're quite calm, if I'm honest.
No, but when it comes to it, and it's something you care about, and you're that passionate about something, then he's clearly that sort of person. Someone calm and measured, no. I don't know. I just like to be able to see someone who likes to have eyes on him, and sort of, he's there, he's ready to go, and that's what Simeone is. That's why I wanted him. But anyway, let's talk about the main reason. In exactly 2 hours and 33 minutes, we will be kicking off against a team which, what was it, Max? Have lost 1 in their last 40 games.
Indeed. We are 12 games unbeaten, but 1 in 40 is a little bit more impressive, to be honest.
I think the last time they lost was against Real Madrid in October.
Let's be honest, though, the French league is a tough league to play in.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Especially when you've got a squad like PSG have.
Oh yeah, it's tough league, really tough league. Yeah. It's a really boring league to watch as well because
Really
PSG always win. So I don't know. It'll be good to see. I reckon we could put up a bit of a challenge tonight.
I
It's gonna
don't.
be tough. Yeah. No,
Sorry. I mean, Oren's going to come in and be like, oh yeah, Chelsea are going to win 6-0 tonight. Because
Yeah, come on! Come on!
But I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not optimistic. I think we will get absolutely, can I say raped? Is that okay?
no, it's not okay.
No.
We will get absolutely destroyed. If I'm going to give a prediction this early into the stream, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to go 3-0 PSG. I really don't see us having a good game, especially with both Terry and Zuma out. I mean, when you've got players like Di Maria going at Cahill and Ivanovic, who will more than likely be that centre-back partnership, I don't see it going too well. And, I mean, arguably, as a unit, they have the best centre-back partnership in European football.
No, I disagree.
Who's a better partnership as a pair?
As a pair,
Yeah.
I just Barcelona. I know they don't necessarily play in pairs.
PK and what? Mascherano.
PK and Mascherano.
Are a better partnership.
Or PK and Matthew. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, see, I think Thiago Silva and David Luiz is genuinely one of the deadliest partnerships. As we saw last year, both of them scored against us, wasn't it?
It's a good partnership, but David Luiz isn't the central defender.
In my opinion,
that's why it works so well.
I don't the PSG team really haven't been tested to their full potential this year, apart from 2 games, and those 2 games are against Real Madrid. And if you think about it, the way that the Premier League is set out, every time one of our teams goes into it, it's a tough test every week.
Can I just say something though? You said they haven't been tested to their full potential, but is a 12th place out of form Chelsea their full potential? Do you get what I mean? Like, are you saying that we're a superior team? Because this season, I don't think we are.
Yeah, but of course we're not up to our full potential. We're getting back there. But as we've seen against Arsenal this season, we still have the players to go out and get a result.
Makes a good point. If they're up for it, they can 100% get a good result.
We've got injuries as well, though. You got to think. I mean, it's doubtful, but apparently he's back in. That centre back partnership is so poor. I mean, is not going to have a good game in my opinion.
I personally think Ivanovic and Cahill is a decent partnership. From when I've seen it being played before, I think they're pretty solid together. Personally,
I don't see it.
I think Ivanovic will do better at centre back as well.
Exactly. See, if he was playing right back, that would just be. I'd completely just write off that result tonight.
Because Ivanovic has been a great servant to the club, but like clearly from last season, he's not as good as he was. And at that age, your legs start to deteriorate. So your body starts to deteriorate, as in if you're playing a top professional sport. So you move him into the centre back position where there isn't much running to do. As in when you're in the modern day fullback, you have to be up and down that pitch, like every couple of seconds. And Ivanovic doesn't look like he's up to that anymore.
No, he isn't. But obviously, let's just jump straight into it then, because we've obviously started going through it. Let's have your lineup tonight, Oran, please.
Obviously, Courtois on goal. Left back will have to be Babarama for tonight. I think, like I've said before, we have to throw these players into the deep end. Aspilicueta at right back, Cahill in centre back. If I'm honest, I think Ivanovic would be good there, but I genuinely think I'd love to see Matt Miazga play, but I just... No! I'm sorry, I know. It's a really risky move, but
You're talking about throwing players into the deep end. You've already got 1 doing that. You can't do it with 2 in the back 4. Not a chance.
No. This is what I want. It's what I'd like to see.
Well...
realistically, tactically, what I do is play Ivanovic, as in it's clear. As in, Matt Miazga, even though I'd like to see him play and see what he's like, this game isn't it's too deep, if you know what I mean. It's like throwing myself into the deep end. As in, I'm too small for the deep end. You're basically throwing a small fish into a shark tank, and I think it's just too early. But Babarama has the experience of playing these big players.
That's true. I mean, he played for Augsburg, didn't he, in the Bundesliga, and lost to those big players. But I still think from when I saw him play against MK Dons when I was watching on the telly, but
I don't think he was very good.
I disagree. I think he was.
Well, again, as you said, you was watching it on TV. I was there, so you probably had a much better view than I did. But I thought he looked pretty weak on the ball, and I don't think his touch was very good personally.
Yeah, I agree that his touch wasn't great, but I mean he has the pace to catch up with it and just stick around with it.
He's got pace, but I don't think he's very good on the ball at all.
Anyway, on to my midfield.
Sorry, Oran, carry on.
I'd like to see Mikel and Loftus-Cheek playing in the middle, but it's going to be Mikel and Fabregas, and then we're going to have Willian, Oscar, Hazard, and then Costa.
See, I'm not playing Hazard right now. He's in my bad books.
Yeah.
Ivanovic has crawled his way out. It's now Hazard who's in my bad books.
Hazard is definitely in my bad books, but like, if you're being realistic here, he's going to play. As in, he came out and said it'd be too hard. You don't think he's going to play?
I don't think he'll play. Not after the performance that Pedro and Willian put in last week. Or on Saturday.
You could put Willian in the centre, Hazard on the left, and Pedro on the right. Then, can't you?
I think you need a. Obviously you said we need a bulky midfield. If Matic isn't playing, Loftus-Cheek has to come in. If you ask me, he has to come in. I think it's I know it's throwing people in the deep end again, but it has to happen with this. I think personally, I'd go Mikel, Loftus-Cheek. I push Fabregas forward and I play Willian and Pedro. I would not play Hazard after he hasn't been given 100% all season, and after what he said, he's not going to give 100% against PSG, is he?
What did he say? Just out of curiosity.
He came out and said, "Oh, I find it hard to turn down PSG." Why the hell would you come out and say that before you go play PSG?
And did he genuinely say this? Is this like on a sort of
Gold? I saw it on goal.com. I've seen
it everywhere. I've seen it absolutely everywhere. And it's kind of like, well, if you really feel like that, you should really go and FUCK off, you know?
I remember seeing it on some sort of like Chelsea fan Twitter page, but let's be honest, like 95% of them things are bullshit and just made up on the spot.
True. But anyway, I wouldn't start him. What's your team, Max? Was it pretty similar to Oran's?
Yeah, obviously with injuries, there's not a lot of room to change things, but obviously Courtois in between the sticks, can't really change that. Then I'd go for Baba Rahman and Azpilicueta fullbacks, Ivanovic and Cahill in the centre. Obviously, again, there is literally zero room to sort of change that at all. I'm not going to even talk about Matt Miazga. I think, again, like PSG, away isn't the best time to test him. Maybe he might get some game time at City in the weekend, considering it is obviously just an FA Cup 5th round game. I do think we should take the Cup very seriously this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a little bit of game time towards the last 20-25 minutes in that game. But yeah, in the defensive midfield, I would like to see Mikel. I don't want Matic to play because I think he's absolutely fucking shit.
He can't play.
Matic is banned.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, not good, but like in terms of what I was saying. So Mikel, I think Fabregas is much better in the attacking midfield role, but we don't really have much room because Loftus-Cheek isn't going to get any game time, let's be honest, purely because of the manager. I would like to see him in there. He hasn't quite been tested enough to go into a game like this. I think he should have been tested enough to go into a game like this at this stage in the season, but he still hasn't got enough game time.
To be fair, now I think about it, as soon as you said that, this literally came off my head. Ryan Bertrand started the Champions League final.
Yeah.
So, I just don't see any choice. I
hope so. I really hope so.
Playing.
I don't like to see Fabregas in the attacking midfield role. If Fabregas is put in the defensive midfield role, Willian, and then I'd like Pedro and Hazard on the wings. I would start Hazard.
No, he's not 100%. And after saying
people that like can change games in there.
Yeah, but we've been saying that all season. And in the big games where we've needed him, he's turned up for two.
I think he's looked a lot better recently.
Great, he's looked a lot better recently. He's not taking players on like he used to. He gets every time against when we were 3-0 up last week, when everybody else was just throwing themselves at the Newcastle defence. Hazard would go, run to the byline, and wait. That was 18 months ago. He would have been taking them on like that.
When he came on at Dom,
I 100% agree with you. If we had the Hazard that we had on Saturday, from last season. That game would have been finished with 7 or 8-0 with Hazard getting 3 or 4. Now, I'm sorry for my language here, but Hazard doesn't give a shit anymore. Hazard clearly doesn't want to be there. He wants to, F off to Madrid or Paris and go, win titles for fun and stuff like that, instead of, putting the work in like a real professional should to try get back to where he was and get back into the team. And yeah, I know I said I think he'll play, but like really, I agree with Louis. I don't want him playing, because if you're coming out and saying you want to play for the club that you're trying to compete against and get to the next round,
I don't believe
honestly
that.
not going to give 100%.
I'm not going to believe that. I don't tend to believe them if there's no video of it being said, because 95% of them are bullshit. So I'm not going to go off on one and go for the player's head as such for words that, for all I know, could be made up. We've seen it all before. Come on. I mean, with the whole rat thing with Mourinho getting sacked, there was like 5 or 6 rumours with different players about that. It was absolute bullshit. So unless there's a video of him saying it, I'm not going to say anything negative about him in regards to how he feels for the club.
I just think he's not going to get. He hasn't given it all season, and he's not going to give it against a team which he clearly has an affiliation with. If he's going, Paris, I'd love to play for Paris. Are we playing them next week? Oh, right, yeah. I completely didn't know that we were playing Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League again.
I'm sorry. As in, like, I give more commitment than Eden Hazard, for God's sake.
All of us do.
Yeah, exactly.
We go week in, week out. We're still there. We sing our hearts out. We do the same thing every week. Why can't he? Because he can't be bothered. If he was I always use, sorry, Oran, but I always use this analogy. If you're a plumber, okay, and you can't be bothered to do your job, and you've got your boss comes in and say, come on, mate, you need to work there. Oh, I can't be bothered. Okay, here's your P45. Get out. See you later. Give me all your kit. You're not going to have your job anymore. So why do football players get different treatment? And I know you can say you can't get rid of a 25-man squad. You could easily do it and go, oh, you don't want to play? Okay, you can go. We'll take this kid from the youth system because he looks like he's showing some decent potential. We'll take him as well, and we'll start playing them. Because that's what they always used to do, and that seemed to work out well, didn't it?
If I'm bloody honest here, I know we're kind of getting off track here, but if you really don't give a shit and you're not trying, I'd even take someone with like less potential than someone from the youth team that's kind of worked really hard to be there and say arrogance like SOB. You need someone who has he has to have potential. We need someone who's wants to work for the badge, and it's not like about the money and the flashy cars. It's about the fans in the stand who are paying their £40 and £50 to go see the team, and it's about the badge on the shirt. It shouldn't be about all this sponsorship and you're like I was saying, the flashy cars. It's ridiculous. As in, like, John Terry, when he was coming through the youth ranks, he was cleaning boots. Same as Frank Lampard, cleaning boots, and like, I'm getting paid, I don't know, a £5 would say, oh, thank you very much, Sean, for cleaning my boots. And this was like a privilege for them. Now, if you criticize a player, right, he'll moan and bitch and leave the club. Sorry for my bad language.
No, you feel passionate about it, and I completely agree. I mean, you're now, it's babies, it's man babies. I know Ibra used it against us last season, but it's true. Every footballer is a man baby. They're wrapped in cotton wool from a little age, and they don't work hard. The one person who I think is exempt from that is Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because he gives everything. And I mean,
what about Kurt Zouma? He seems to give it.
And so, yeah, true. Sorry, and Kurt Zouma.
Azpilicueta doesn't seem to be complacent when playing.
I
know, but I'm talking like, you know what I mean?
I know. We're talking about like their upbringing. We're talking about their upbringing. Is what we're on about.
I think all players work hard in the first stages of the career. Their upbringing doesn't really come into it, but I do agree that some players out there are embarrassing. As I said, I'm not going to go off on one about Hazard for a quote that I quite frankly don't believe is true.
He'll be gone in the summer.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe so, but yeah. There's no proof of that, in my opinion. I don't think there's enough to say. Obviously, as you guys know, I go to as many games as I can. I pay for all my games by myself out of my wages. I could quite happily pay £15 sitting at East and Lower, sit there nicely, and just watch the game, watch the players. As a lot of people do, they're like, oh, names on the back of the shirts, that's why they're there. However, I pay nearly 4 times as much so that I can sit in the Matthew Yard and Lower, well, stand should I say, and actually make some noise. The reason I go every week is to make some noise, create a bit of an atmosphere for the club I love, rather than looking at the names on the back of the shirts. Quite frankly, I couldn't give a shit about the players out there. I just prefer going and just feeling that atmosphere. Like, so I completely agree with what you say, but yeah, players nowadays, I mean, they're so complacent, it's embarrassing.
I just think football should take a long hard look at itself and realise what's happened here. And I just think it's just FIFA is just football's turned into this global economy, which is great. It's great, but sooner or later, it's going to be like going to watch, I don't know, what's the most expensive sporting event or most expensive thing in the world?
Boxing, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to turn into boxing. It will. It will be pay as you go. Watch a different match you want. £25 per match. People are just going to be priced out. You're just going to have corporations sat there just going, well done, well done. No one's going to be able to make noise anymore. And Liverpool has seemed to have noticed that. If we did a walkout, nothing would happen. I hate to say it, but we're getting off topic. This is something we'll come back to, I reckon. This is something that does need to be addressed.
The only time we get a walkout is when we're like 2-0 down with 15 minutes left of the game. But yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. You know what I mean.
Exactly.
But, I hate it, and I know I had a massive rant about it. But if it came to saving my football club, I would do a whole pot calling the kettle black hypocrisy thing. I would do it if it came to it.
The difference is there's a difference from walking out when you're 2-0 down and not supporting the team anymore to walking out in protest of something of what your club is doing.
I completely agree. I'd be up for something like that any day. I mean, you've seen any sort of friendly protest that I can do, I'll be up for. I mean, I had like not a banner, but like some sort of paper thing at Watford about the whole JT thing. Obviously, after Jose got sacked, I got an Ebenalo out T-shirt printed, which now is obviously a big hashtag, and a lot of people are all about that. Way after I got that done. So I mean, if we get something sort of like that, then I'd be up for it. But what you've got to think is 30% of that crowd are tourists that have probably flown over to watch like one game, like their first game in like 2 or 3 years, and just sit there quietly and watch the game. So realistically, it won't work.
Well, we'll see. But anyway, I'll give my up now. You've done it. So obviously, Courtois on goal, Rahman, Baba Rahman, Azpilicueta, Ivanovic, Cahill, Loftus-Cheek, Mikel, I need to say Matic then, Pedro, Willian, Fabregas in the number 10, and Costa up top. But then, yeah, that'd be my team. But obviously, let's just wrap this up now. Obviously, PSG, scary team. You got Ibrahimovic, you've got Di Maria, you've got Lucas. There's a lot of pace in that side, so that's something that we're going to have to be afraid of. But there will be a new feature today because we can't actually go to the game, and we've decided that we're going to do something cool. We're going to start a series called Gogglebox. If this works out for us, hopefully it will, where we will be sat and we'll be watching the game, and it is literally a Gogglebox, and we'll give you our reactions, and we'll piece it all together, be highlights, it's going to be some good fun. So that will be coming to your screens hopefully in the next couple of days. But anyway, boys, wrap it up. Score predictions, please.
Yeah, as in Max knows I'm usually really optimistic, but tonight it'll be, I can see PSG winning 2-1, and we'll take it to them in the second leg at the bridge.
No way.
Max, please.
Oh my God, I think I'm getting head rush. I've seen Oren predict us. Oh my, wow.
Yeah, but this loss, as in, we will, but I think we'll just take it to them at the bridge. As in, losing 2-1 isn't a bad away in the Champions League. Isn't that bad?
We're going to lose 2-1 away from home, and then we're going to take it to the bridge and beat them 8-0. No, 3-0 PSG. Sorry.
3-0?
3-0, sorry.
Bloody hell!
I think we should just like knock him off the channel.
Are you talking about head rush, mate? My head's just completely blown off. My God!
It's gonna happen. If not,
at least I'm giving us a chance.
Oh my God! You're not even. Oh my God! I can see us getting an away goal, but 3-0.
To be fair, I'm not in the best of moods right now, so that's probably like, as you guys can probably tell, I'm a little bit like cocky at the minute.
It's because you've got a really bad haircut, isn't it?
Oh, there's one with a fucking landing strip in his head. But yeah.
Well, at least I like my haircut, but But anyway, my prediction will be, I'm going to say 3-1 PSG.
How can you get so fucking shook up about my 3-0 prediction and basically go for the same thing, but just adding that?
Like I was saying, getting an away goal in the Champions League is so important.
Exactly.
We went 2-0 at the bridge and we win.
Oh, yeah. But, okay. Whatever. 3-0 PSG, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that has been it for your preview for what seems to be a game which none of us can see us winning. I think me and Oran are quite optimistic about this one, and Max.
Come on!
Max is just, Max is, you're just soulless. You've got no, but but obviously this is going to be a tough game. I think we can go into this. We've got to go into this with an open mind. If we lose, we've got to be brave enough to say, look, it's going to be difficult, but we can still get back into it. Napoli a few years ago, went on to win the Champions League that season. But that has been it for your match preview. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media links are down in the description for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Subscribe to Max's YouTube channel, The 12th Man, for some great football content. He has recently done a Q&A, haven't you, mate, where you absolutely love me?
Make sure to go and subscribe. I'm also going to be uploading a very small video, maybe today or tomorrow, basically asking guys for series ideas and stuff like that. So get over there, leave a comment, try and sort of mould the channel around what you guys want.
Brilliant. And obviously, also subscribe. Well, not subscribe. Go follow Oran on his Twitter, which is @Tully_Oran, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, and I'd also just apologise for arriving to the stream late, as I could not get the Google Hangouts working.
Well, we was meant to start at 4:30, and we ended up starting at 5:10. So I'm very sorry for screwing up the stream. So obviously we're going to try and make that better for next time. We need to be a bit more on the ball. Sorry for not doing anything with Newcastle. Overall, that was a decent game. Max, what are you waving about?
I was just going to say, can you guys follow me on Twitter as well? Unlike Oren, Dan, Louis, and Eunice, who have like 2,000 followers, I've got about 150 followers.
Actually, I only have about 600, so you know.
Okay, I've got a really small amount of followers, so
follow him at MaxPerry98.
That's the one.
Don't do it. He's horrible. No, follow him. But obviously, also subscribe to my YouTube channel where Max does the graphics. Am I right, sir? They're very good graphics. Maha.
Yeah, good channel, good graphics. Only problem is he hasn't uploaded in about 3 weeks.
My tripod still hasn't arrived. I ordered it, and it's like, oh, this is really cheap, and it's still not here.
Back up books, and then put the camera on top.
But I like to be professional. But obviously, subscribe to that. I promise I'm going to have something in the next couple of days, because Dan is coming to my house to watch the game start for Gogglebox, so we're going to record stuff for him and for me. And there will be something out. But obviously, please subscribe to my channel. All links for Oran's Twitter, for Max's channel, for my channel are also down in the description. And you guys, take care, up the Chelsea, and we will see you later.
We're good.